Let's go to the drowning machine. That sounds like a fun time. Whee! Alright, so body horror, suicide. Oh wow, this is quite a stack of warnings. Let's run them down. Or my best friends passing, we began working on a game together. Oh, ooh, I like the kind of meta concept. It's very, what is it? Beginner's Guide. Which I need to play, actually. Yeah, alright, so, yeah. Body horror, suicide, self-harm, real death, graphic description and discussion of strong negative emotions. Are you ready to have a bad time? Oh, it's doing that weird error. The same error that I get from Epic Games Store. It should load after this. Hold up. There we go. Yeah, it's fine. It's some like relatively useless DLL. Doesn't load sometimes. There we go. All right. Read before playing. And this might. Oh wait, here we go. Okay, this might be mouse only. That's why I left the cursor on it. Read before playing. I feel it's important to warn you of exactly what you're about to see. As much as it's been incredibly painful to work on, I feel that this message is one that needs to be heard. It might not be a meta thing. It might actually be like wow. Like, I don't know if this is part of the game or not, so let's be respectful here. I apologize for thinking it was just a gimmick. Damn. Alright, so in February 2019, my best friend Charlie took his own life. He was a brother to me, as much as he was a friend. A few months before his passing, he and I had begun to work on a game together, a project he loved dearly. What you're about to see is the closest I'll ever come to his original vision, wrapped in my own experience mourning his loss. The Drowning Machine is a testament to his life and creativity, and the real unfiltered experience of losing a loved one to suicide. I've attempted to start this project a number of times, under different names and perspectives, but this has been the only way that feels right. Before he passed, he insisted that if anything bad ever happened to one of us, the other had to finish the game. Profit from the Drowning Machine was donated to a trans lifeline in Charlie's honor. Fuck. Yeah, I'm incredibly sorry. I did not realize this was straight up gonna be not just part of the gameplay. I meant no disrespect. Anyway. And the numeral 643125. I'm gonna make a note of that because I feel like it's gonna be important. Where's my notes app here? Use this more often. It's pretty handy. Caps lock that. RWI. 4, 3, 1, 5. Alright. Letters to the Wanderer. Oh, this is. Oh. Oh, that's cool. If you so the Letters of the Wanderer thing, if like it opens a new site, it's a Google form or something similar. But yeah, if you want to write a letter to someone you love who's passed, they're offering to include it in the full game. So let's go. Oh, any subtitles or anything? No, we're good. Oh, is it weird? Is this like an order of operations? Try that. 6. After what I'd seen, I couldn't bear the thought of having to see you in that coffin. The makeup artist at the last funeral could barely cover the marks. Eulogy was created in 3 hours using the poem Your Actions Will Have Consequences, written by Charlie. before his passing. Disclaimer, Movement 6 Eulogy and all other excerpts from the Drowning Machine contain heavy reference to real death, suicide, self-harm, suicide litigation, and a number of other dark themes. If you are sensitive to any of the above material, please tread carefully. Try to be good about this in normal. Anyway, so the Drowning Machine is a true story. But yeah, I'm gonna play the things in the order the numbers were presented and see if that does anything else extra. Okay, yeah, it's definitely just mouse and keyboard. That's fine. Just gotta loosen up my keyboard or my mouse cable here. So we got cool tree. Mouse sensitivity is a little low, but it might work. Please don't go. We'll get through this together. Promise, kiddo. Please. Oh, that's probably part of the poem. Oh God, that was an accident. You promised. Okay, so let's try that without falling. Watch our step. That's also a little louder than I would have liked it to be, so let's dial that in just a hair here. Oh, that's way too much. That's a very large hair. Okay, that should be better. Oh, I guess it just adds parts as you find them. It's not each one's a particular part. The lingering, persistent cough sounds like too long of a drag. Tastes like ragged purging. Feels like silent, exhaling screaming. The angry, subconscious itching. Alright, up, tab to close. Head on back. Let's not do a jumper. I don't want to go try to go inside anywhere until we are sure we've checked everything for poem bits. Really dark. I don't even know if we can go inside. Let's see if we can figure out the bounds of the area. Okay, shift does speed you up slightly. Can't do another open casket, I can't. There's a feeling I know. We're at probably because of our late night haunts. No one left for me to. Sorry, I missed that one. Slow it down in the archives if you gotta. Haven't slept in days. Another feel. Dark down there, kiddo. One or two more pieces. We'll read the whole thing once we get all the pieces. Yeah, it's not gonna let me in anywhere anyway. Alright, I see one over here. All those nights I drove you home early. Should have known. There it is. Okay, 5 pieces. The lingering, persistent cough. Sounds like too long of a drag. Tastes like ragged purging. Feels like silent, exhaling screaming. The angry, subconscious itching. Whispers like a spot of rust. Screams like the snap of a flame. Cries like synthetic rubber. Floating, violent lightness. Snags like a human dessert. Grips like gnashing, or human desert, I'm sorry. Grips like gnashing teeth, pulls like the 30th empty hour. Frustrated, helpless weight. Sinks like sunlight through the blinds, rots like the bare minimum. Hates like the dark gray at the end. Okay. Oh. Forgot I was looking at a wall. That's my bad. Can we go up? No. Can we go down? Now I take the back roads home. Oh, that's looking a lot like a body. I feel like I don't want to get involved with that. Or maybe I have to. I don't know. Kind of like the ambient noise stops for a little when you go through that little arch. We got the whole poem. I'm kind of worried. That leap might be. It's okay. We'll be fine. Hide the hurt. Oh wait, bridge now. You promised. Oh. You owe it to him. Oh, this is the funeral. Use the skew. Ooh, dramatic sound cut. I like that. I like it.
Today I'm here in front of you to read words I was hoping I'd never have to write. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get through them, but for his sake I damn well have to try. These words might be rough for some, but I promised him I'd say them. Monday morning, I woke up to the news I had been praying not to hear the night before. Charlie Schultz, the brightest star in my life, had passed away. I spent several days convinced this was all a bad dream I'd wake up from with time, with a hole torn in my heart, but sadly I've had no such luck. I've spent several days trying to find a singular event, some defining moment in my friendship with him that could capture everything he meant to me, but no single experience with him could ever show you what it was like to have him in your life. No words could ever encompass the boundless creativity and artistry of the things he created. No words could ever explain the endless late nights and inside jokes and philosophical conversation, the laughter, the tears. No words could ever encompass the bottomless support and love he had for the people he cared about. Though he may not have seen it himself, Charlie was a warrior. The fears and burdens and sorrow he experienced in his life would crush even the strongest among us. Charlie held the weight of the world on his shoulders, but if you so much as frowned within a mile of him, he wouldn't hesitate for a single second to drop everything he was doing to come to your rescue. Charlie may not have known it, but he was our rock, and we did all we could to be his. But pain is incomprehensible, and his fight has ended. So in honor of his fight and the joy he brought into our lives, I ask all of you only one thing. Today let us bury the body of the daughter, granddaughter, niece, and sister who never quite was. Let us lay to rest his fears and pain and regret. Let us mourn the parts of him that never were. And let us remember and rejoice in the light of the son, grandson, brother, and friend Charlie truly was. His dry wit and boundless creativity, the good times and the bad. Let us remember the warrior, inspiration, and absolute gem of a human being that is Charlie Schultz, because a little bit of that man lives on inside each and every one of us. Rest in peace, kiddo. I'm so proud to have called you my friend.
Oh. What I was gonna say was I kind of want to see if they came up with if they no, it's just credits. I wanted to see if if there are any other games out there or other projects that they worked on. He worked on. Um, to play in his honor. Goddamn. All right. I can't move. Okay. I'm trying to interact and nothing's happening. But I think we got the whole thing for that one. Dive deeper. Try. Nope. Okay. I'm checking my phone for the order, because I already forgot. Sorry. This is why you read the warnings. So we want to do 4 next. 4, 3, 1, 2, 5. In a period of grief, sometimes it's better to fight your way to the surface, trying desperately to breathe again. Sometimes it's safer just to sink beneath the waves. One of those contains excerpts from the film Break It Down, written by Charlie, provided before his passing. Same warning as before. About suicide stuff, don't mess around with this. I think we're going to put the whole thing in one video, so the warning's going to be right up front for y'all, but just in case, you're just tuning in. And say, I wander around the store crying, you're scaring the customers. Fucking weirdo. Fuck you too. Broken table. I'm curious about that, okay, yeah, if we get more of the, yeah, once we get the full poem, I'm actually going to see if that QR code leads to anything, if it can even be read. A lot to this project, and I'm impressed. Okay, no, that's where it came from, okay. You're up, bud. First snow, holy shit. First snow of the winter, that's... did another one fall down? Or I guess it's replayed some. Why are you excited you love this? Favorite part of winter. When everything is still. Snow soaks up the sound. Feel that. I love it when that... Oh, I missed that one. Sorry. Oh, it might just be... That might just be the QR code on the ticket, but... I'll try it anyway, but... It might not do anything. No, the QR code set. Jesus. It's been tearing me up, you know, not knowing how you went. Every night I see you there. That 2-person dorm room. Alone. Let this sit for 3 whole days. Fuck. That second empty bed frame. Put up against the wall. Flies crawling in. Oh, I just put that there. Looks like we can go down this one. I just want to make sure there's nothing else this way before we do. Okay, it looks like we're meant to go down these stairs. Kind of a side into an asylum. Totally similar. Prison. It's got a fire pit. So it's not opening. I'm pretty sure we can't cross those wires, so we'll keep going. I like the abstraction visually of just like the world. Of course, I wandered in the snow. No jacket required. White drawing streaks of red across the skin. rubbed raw from the sea salt. Unfeeling. You had to know I couldn't stand to lie there. Wrapped in your burial shroud. Your epitaph through magenta glass. This itself is a beautiful poem. Boring holes in the back of my head. One more piece. What's going on in there? Little sneak peek. It's worrisome, but freaking A. Amazing use of like a monotone medium here. Oh, this is the other side. Okay. Okay, the QR. Well, what if I have a QR reader on here? But again, it's probably just for ticket verification. Nope, no. I'll fix it later. It goes to an Instagram. Goes to Charlie's Instagram. So this is weird. Just looking into the history of somebody's past. Apparently he cosplayed very well too. Like, amazing makeup artist. The name slightly rings a bell too. But I'm not sure why I'd be like the username, but I'm not sure why I'd be familiar with it. Kind of glad they left it up. Okay. I'm glad I checked that. It's Oceantics with a 0. You want to, if you don't think you can handle the game, but are curious. Although if you don't think you can handle the game, you're probably not listening to me say this. Anyway. Okay, so it's just straight across. I was trying to figure out the orientation there. Okay, so pulling my gums, baring my teeth, a fish on a hook, a deer in the headlights, being born, being used, being dead, pinching the candles, kissing the flame, the ecstatic birthday boy, the compliant hospital patient, it's there, it's not, it's gone, making a mess, spitting it out, a tangle of yarn, a selfish little toddler, they come, they promise, they leave. Keep picking up the controller, I shouldn't be. Alright, let's validate that ticket. Time to get out of here. As we get on the train. That one's open. Alright, thanks for taking a seat. We were at the seat that we're supposed to take. There we go. It's bullshit. You never bought that ticket. Where the fuck were you gonna go? Home? No destination was worth the price. Of the space in between. Get on that bench until they found you. scared shitless in the snow. Alone. Wanderlust. Alright. That's 2 down. Oh, based on original story on top of that. Okay. Again, we're locked. We're locked into these views, which I guess is something to meditate on. Alright. And then the next one in the... I guess we could have just kept checking the... Okay, and then I was going to... Oops. You want to do 3, 1, 2, and 5 next. Although these are just like a loop of the other, some of the other stuff. Name-wise. Alright. Oh, 2 and 5 might not even be playable. That might be the extent that the demo doesn't count. Alright. The waiting. There are my fingernails waiting to hear your voice. Kept telling myself the blood made me miss the call. Your Falcon names extra from the poem Selfish, written by Charlie, provided before his passing. Again, if you're just coming in, it's about real death, suicide, self-harm, and suicidal ideation. So, if that is a very bad time for you, you might want to come back in probably half an hour. Or if you're watching the archive, how you got this far is beyond me. Also, Charlie was really young, judging by the Instagram, which is just even more heartbreaking. Ooh, upside down trees? Well, let's go. Found a nest of birds. Huddled together in the corner of the porch overhang over a family home. I can't go through there. Okay. It was spring. The newborn babies had to eat. The incessant chirping was mind-numbing. But the birds in the nest, something. Okay. Hey, have you heard from Charlie? No, why? He sent me something weird. Haven't heard. Oh, fuck. Haven't heard from him since Friday. I'm getting worried. I'm using scroll wheel to scroll, but... I hope I didn't break it. Weird. We didn't even get to the poem. I'm trying like all my options here. I might try that one again. Try going forward first and then... So, found a nest of birds. Looking at the corner of the porch overhang over our family home. There's now an operating table. It was spring and newborn babies had to eat. Also, definitely listening to the... It doesn't sure it was mind-numbing. We're gonna wait. Okay, it's definitely an effect in there that's it's vibrating. Birds were so cute. Okay. Oh, there was more to find here. I'm sorry, I didn't try moving. It's my fault. One morning, the chirping was different. Tiny baby bird with no eyes to see. Fallen from its home. The thing was pathetic. Screaming for help from the pavement below. But as we all know, you're not supposed to touch a baby bird. Left it there. Wait for its mother. Alright. But night fell and the bird's cries for help went unheeded. Now weak with exhaustion. Did what I could to keep it from harm. Trying desperately to bring it closer to its home. Oh, I guess we're going to get other texts as we go. Scroll through. Fear I may have sealed its fate. Yep, there's another one. But at first, the brush of wings, the words between words, the brilliance of the light. Sunlight lingered on his lips, danced in his smile, radiated from his eyes. I'm going to read all the different ones. There's Charlie, the Wanderer, Kiddo, Suicide. Read the other ones. PR, FTI, they might just be... Alright, we got halfway through that first part. Simply gleam that seemed to blot out the endless ocean. The lilting swallow melody that covered the notes of my own swan song. So maybe we're not collecting poem pieces. Maybe we're just looking around. Until more text pops. I love the surreal environments. I would honestly love to just come here. Oh, wasn't expecting an elevator. Next day the baby bird was motionless. It's sick and fluids and splayed out across the stark white where it laid. Well, that's... Baby never stood a chance. Laid at an impasse. My daughter had seen the bird. Saw how it yearned to live. He wanted to see reunited with his family. Couldn't stand the thought of her cries when she discovered it. Crying out for its own mother. Alright, same poem. Wait, did what had to be done. Starting to worry, he usually doesn't disappear for this long. Can't be gone for real this time. I can't do this without him. James lives on the same campus, so I'll ask him to go knock on Charlie's door. He left a note on our server saying we could split up his stuff when he's gone. Tell your friend to fucking hurry. And we already learned he was found in a dorm room. Alone. We got glowy door, we got trash hallway. That's supposed to be or what? I don't wanna skip this though. Those look like they might be supposed to be restrooms. So I'll try this. Nope, just glowy door. Okay. Mystery door. I was suddenly the only person on Earth, the only person in this garden of weeds, thoughtlessly, autonomously grabbing at the rose that called to me. I think it was normal, it was beautiful, when my blood fell on the petals, because it was his color. How could that be wrong? Cupid's bow bent and slung these words into my bloodstream. I love you. It comes to lies, the heart-shaped arrow kills just the same as the spade. Sometimes the anger consumes me. And that wiped out the other messages. Weird that everything looks like scaled up so like we're a child. In memoriam, I laid the baby to rest in the garden. That's the baby bird they're talking about. Behind the bushes. Out of sight. Thought I had done it a favor. Maybe the mother would finally come to care for her sickly child. Maybe it still had a chance. That's gonna be a probably nope. So sorry, you guys. Charlie passed away. Welcome to Giant Computer Lab. I guess this is probably a representative of the school that he went to. different desks floating around. Try not to think about it. Try desperately to bury myself in my work. Anything to escape the memory of its cries. But the chirping wouldn't stop. No matter what I tore away or hid behind, the screams would never stop. Double-headed snake with no eyes, thrashing blindly. Purposeless teeth bared. Because 5 years ago I was murdered. Or maybe I wasn't. Is it murder if I provided the knife and let him into my home? Crystal clear, the sun's rays could sear a brand of foolishness into virgin skin. What always happens is a warm, familiar glow. My life, it seems, is controlled by a single letter of the alphabet. Faith. Fall. Face. Flight. Fail. Freeze. Forget. I'm basically just trying to slow it down every time the text prompts start. Racked with guilt and desperation, I took one last look. Chirping had stopped, but the wailing had only just begun. Maybe it would have been better if it had passed long ago. Swarming of massive biting ants. Ugh. That's nature, though. The agonizing screams of a baby in pain. I mean, a family of birds, now silent. That was supposed to be the impact. That's powerful that they didn't actually, like, make an impact sound there. Because, I mean, if you were the person impacting, you wouldn't hear it. So that was 3. I think it's 1, 2, 5. Yeah, 1, 2, 5. If we can even do 2 and 5. Alright. Don't go, I'll miss you. Oh, that was a different prompt. The beginning. You were long gone before I ever knew to start looking. I watched as your spine began to snap. Reverie contains excerpts from the poem Severance, written by Charlie, provided before his passing. Coming soon. Oh, okay. I see. Oh, this takes you to the, Okay, so yeah, 1, 2, and 5 aren't in there at all. They're crossed out on the webpage for it. Doesn't even tell you what 2 and 5 are. Holy shit. Alright. Again, apologies for misinterpreting. Oops, I don't want to hit it again. I clicked back on the thing and clicked play again. 2. If I knew it was the last time I would ever see you, or would I have acted differently? I felt betrayed and regret it forever. Endless questions doomed never to be answered. One more time around the sun without him. You're not even the drugs help anymore. Well, holy shit. And I mean that in the most flattering way possible. Like, that was incredibly moving, and apparently... Okay, we had to manually hit escape to jump back in. I think because it tabbed me out to the web page, it kind of screwed up the usual automatic return. Oh, that was fucking rough.